to my CSS tutorial. So today we are going to talk about Flexbox. So mostly in CSS part we have many things like how the text should be displayed. So mostly in HTML we can control the entire page, like what are the elements we need. So kind of that. But CSS only makes the website like very beautiful, and what are the things we need: layout, design, and colors, text transform, everything. So mostly from other tutorial or any other kind of documents, wherever we see, right, we see many attributes and many CSS classes, many things. We don't want anything that much. We need only few attributes. So actually we're going to see today what is minimal needed. So first we need to understand the layout, how the layout should be, and how the header section should be, and how the responsiveness will work. So those things are all very important. So before we start into that coding, we need to understand a layout is very important. Okay, so in CSS we have a few systems to handle the layout part. Before we had a float, and we have Flexbox now, and a new thing came, that is grid. So these are really very cool, but Flexbox is like very common and very famous. So we will directly jump into that. So we'll see those things with examples. So we will directly start from basic or scratch coding. Okay, so we are going to use Visual Studio Code, that is our favorite IDE. So here I have created a simple HTML page which doesn't contain anything right now. So what I will do, I will create a one more file called index.css. Okay, so once this is created, I will link this particular CSS into our HTML file. So to link that, we have to use link tag. So this one will be having a relation that will be style sheet, and href should be our index file. Yes, so now this is linked. Now what we will do, we will directly get started with the Flexbox. Okay, so before that I will just make sure how the padding and margin is displaying on this page. To check that, I'm creating a body style with a background color with some random thing. Okay, so I will open this particular file into some website, some new browser. So you see, this looks good. We don't need to have any margin or padding, something like that, because it is covered. Now what I will do, let the color be. So I will create a new tag div, and this particular div we will have as a full container, or directly we will go with basic website creation layout. Okay, so how it should be, we need a header. Okay, so we will do header container. So that will be a different container, and this container doesn't have anything right now. So what we will do, we will put this header container and we will create a new design for this. So this is header container. Now we will give some color to this, any other thing, and this one should be having full width. Okay, so width should be 100%, and right now we can't see anything on the page. The reason, this particular CSS doesn't have height. I will show that to you. So you don't see anything here. What I will do, I will create a small weight, something around some 250 pixels. Okay, so right now you can see this much size on your page. So we will consider this as a header box. Right now you see around this particular div element, we can see some of them empty spaces that we don't know whether it is margin or padding. Ideally for default body or HTML tag, we will be having like this. So before starting into any application, we need to do HTML and body tag with margin as a 0 pixels and padding as a 0 pixels. So this will solve this problem. So right now we are correctly splitted. Okay, so this is fine. So right now this particular colored header is not Flexbox. Okay, so now we have to make this as a Flexbox. So what I will do, I will have this display as a flex. Okay, so now this will act as a flex. So now what we need to have inside the header container, we need to have few logo and menu actions. Okay, so for that I will create one more thing, logo. But before I split into that, I will be having a basic class name called container. Okay, so this container will be having logo, and same time we will create another container that will be having menu. You see, both are displayed in a single line. This is because of we have used flex. Okay, so right now if we don't use flex, this will display one by one. Okay, so but when we use flex, it will ideally act as a row. So whatever the element is occupying with these spaces, everything will be formed into the row. Okay, so now I will remove this, so it will be flex only. So now this complete box is flex. So for our understanding, what we will do, we will keep some spaces, like this particular container will be having some 20% of width or some 300 pixels of width. Okay, so what I will do, I am creating a container which will be having width of 300 pixels and height of 200 pixels. So let's see now. So this one taken the spaces, but right now since it doesn't have any color, we are not able to differentiate what it is. Okay, so what I will do, I will be having some padding. Instead of padding, I will be had margin. So that will be like some 3 pixels is enough, and the background color should be something different. Coral I will use. Okay, so right now you see this particular box is divided right now. So this is this particular color, right? Whatever we are seeing. So this color box, whatever the div element is there, this is acting as a flex box. So whatever the child item inside that, now acting as a row, children. If we change this particular layout to column or to row, then the display behavior will change. So first what we will do, we will see how we can customize the page with very less parameters. Okay, right now we haven't seen any more or complex parameters. Only what we have seen, it is header container, and header container having the body color of this particular thing, and so inside that body background color is this, and width is 100% and height is 250 pixels. Now we don't want this also, because header container child having height of 200 pixels. So I will remove this, so it will automatically take the spaces. Okay, so right now we have two boxes. Okay, so what I am feeling, first before I am starting, first I will explain what is flex direction. Okay, so first it is row. Now since it is already behaving as a row, there won't be any changes. Okay, if you see, logo is on the first column and menu is on the second column. So what I will do, if you want to switch back this, now it is row, there is one more option called row reverse. So that time what will happen, menu will come on the first place and logo will come to the second place. So what I will do, row reverse. Okay, so if you see, logo will come to the second place, okay, and menu is gone to the first place. The allocation is completely different. If you see, when I used only row, it was allocated in the left side. Ideally, the default justify content is Flexstart. Okay, so right now it doesn't have anything. So what it is showing, it is automatically allocated. Okay, so right now we don't confuse with this. We let it be row. Okay, so if you see, logo and menu is available. Now what we need, logo should be on the left side only and menu should be on the right side only. So what we need to have some spaces in between these two elements. Okay, so that time what we need to do, we need to have a justify content. So this is very important attribute. What we are going to see, there are very few attributes. Okay, flex, what is the display, it is flex, and flex direction. What we are having, row reverse, column reverse. Keep it in mind, only 4. And justify content. So justify content is actually for horizontal alignment. So right now in horizontal alignment, whatever we are having, it will be whatever the boxes or children's is there, we can control those alignment with this particular justify content. If you see, right now these two children's are inside a header Flexbox. So now what I will do, I will have flex end. So what this will do, this logo and menu entirely will shift to this right side. You see, logo and menu automatically came into the right side. I don't want that. I want those things on the first side only. So what I will do, Flexstart. Okay, so this is clear. And what can we do? We want some spaces in between two items. So there's one more value called space between. So space between, when you click, you can see two elements is particularly divided, and in between you can see some spaces. Okay, so there is one more option. I want space around these two elements, not in between, space around. So there is one more attribute called space around. Okay, so when I use this, is equally splitted the spaces. So but after this element you can see some spaces around this, and same for this particular element also. So this spaces around the element is automatically created. And one more parameter, one more value we have, space eventually. So what this will do, this is also same thing, but it will split the space equally. If you see, this one particularly splitted spaces left to right equally. Okay, so whatever we are seeing right now is completely flex row, and what type of display it is flex, and what type of justify elements we are doing, it is a flex start, flex end, and center. And I forget to tell one more thing, it is the center. Okay, so with this we can handle many things. So if you see, this both thing came center, so this is completely horizontal. Okay, so whatever we have seen right now, the same thing will applicable in the vertical also. So to do it in the vertical, we have to use align items, not justify content. Okay, so align items will help on that. Now what I will do, this particular header flex is there, right now header container. So this is having no height. So right now the height of the box is 200 px for this container. So to explain this concept for vertical alignment, we need some more space for the header container. So what I will do, I am creating a height attribute with 400 or some 600 pixels. Okay, so right now if you see, this is came down. So what I will do, I will keep this as a 100 VH. 100 VH means viewport, which means how much the height is available from the browser it will be calculated and the same height will be allocated to the element. If you see, exactly it is allocated like that. Okay, now so this one we have completed. Right now these two elements we have used to justify content, so it is there. Now what I want to use, I need to use align items. Okay, so align items of Flexstart, what it will do, this is already, so as I told, this one is like for vertical. Okay, so right now this is already in the Flexstart only, so it doesn't go anywhere. Now what I will do, I will change this to center. Okay, so when I do it for center, this particular two things will align center vertically, which means from top to bottom. Okay, so now if you see, it is came in between, and if we want this thing to be displayed below, we have to use Flexend. Okay, so sorry, I have used it in the justify content, so I need to use it in the align items. Okay, so if you see, this is came down. So with using justify content and align items, we can control the placement of children's everywhere. Like here also we can keep, and here also we can keep, here also we can keep. Like this we can keep it in the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, in the 9 places we can able to align this particular children's. Okay, so I will show that flex start and flex start. If you see, this one came here. Okay, now I want to bring this to here. So what I need to use, this is already so I need to move it from left to right, so which means it is horizontally. So what we need to use, we need to use justify content. So justify content, what we need to use, we need to use center. Okay, so center I'm using. So after I use this, this is came center. Okay, so now we are clear, and now I need to move bit more right. So what I need to use, I need to use flex end. So now if you see, this is came on the right corner, and now I need to bring this to here. Okay, so for this what I need to use, guess, think, just think what we need to use. If you find the answer, just match with this. Okay, so we need to pull this to down, so which means that is we need to align top to bottom in the center. Okay, so top to bottom means it is align items vertically. So what I'm doing, it is center, and so this time it will come here, and this one we need to move this left. So what we need to use, flex start. Okay, so it came here, so this is what we expected, so this is fine. And now flex start, and we need to make it to center to display it in the main heart. So this is like this. Sometimes you have experienced many login pages. Okay, in some of the applications, login page will contain username and password dialog box or something like that in the center, like here in this box. So username, password, login, forget password, that's the thing will be displayed in the center of the page. So those things and all will be done by using this kind of concepts. Using Flexbox we can do like this. Okay, and if I want to keep this right side, I need to use flex end. So this is came as what we expected, and again I will change this to flex start, and this one should be flex end. Okay, so that time this will come to here, this place will show this. Okay, so this is what we expected, and same thing it will again go to center. So what we need to understand is, we need to use this particular justify content and justify items. This is, if you see how many attributes we have used, 1 2 3 4, only 4 attribute. What is the display type, it is flex, and what type of direction it is, row or column or row reverse or row column. okay, and justify content. So justify content, we have many things like space between, space around, and Flexstart, end, center, like that. And align items have three things: Flexstart, Flexend, center. Okay. Sometimes, in the very rare case, what we will be doing, we need to right now we don't have that much element. So what I will do, I will create a few more container right now. Okay, so right now what we will do, so the Flexbox tutorial we are seeing to understand what how we can develop a website with minimal attribute. Okay, not training many attribute, we can achieve this entire layout with a small attributes. So that is very very important. Okay, so what I will do, I will move this to at the very top. Okay, so to explain another concept, so I am doing flex start, and here also flex start. Okay, so it is on the top side. Just think and tell me, what if this particular element grows more than 8 or 9? If you see 1 2 is enough space, so which means it is occupied with this browser size. Okay, when it is goes more than 8, right, it will be like crossing this particular page, there won't be any space enough. So I will create that, so it will be more clear to explain. Okay, so this is done. If you see here, the width which is automatically adjusted, the reason is we have given width. I think if it is a size, it won't take definitely like that. So right now container is 300 pixels. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, what I will do, I will make this as a 600 pixels. Okay, which is not, oh shit. Okay, so right now, since we have used this as a flex, this particular even though we have given width as a 600 pixels, it is not able to take. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to use one more important keyword. So that is mostly used whenever we want to act this particular page as a responsive. Okay, so what I will do, I will keep this flex wrap as a wrap. So this particular element, what it will do, if any space or if any element is extra, okay, if it, for example, now with the 600 pixels, we can have only 2 elements in the single row. Okay, but right now, since we haven't given anything, what it tried to have all the elements, all the 8 elements in the single row. Okay, so that is the reason it is not able to divide it properly. So what we have given right now, flex wrap. Okay, so what this do, it will automatically split the pages and automatically wrap what are the remaining element into the bottom. You see, I will refresh. So if you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so below also it is going, I think 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, so if you see, this is automatically splitted as how we expected. Okay, to explain this very better, I will do like this. Okay, so when we see this thing in the mobile display, this particular space will automatically adjust. The reason is it is responsive with the help of flex wrap. Okay, so this is what is very very important in the layout perspective. So with the same concept, I can able to build a proper and neat website only with this parameter. You don't believe it? I will show it now itself. So what I will do, so whatever the content I have written, I will just remove everything. Okay, so I will create a simple page. I will create a very simple page with this. Okay, so what I will do, I will create a all thing here. So display flex, and just okay, to do it in a proper way, what I will do, this is header container. So header container should be flex. So I'm not going to do all the pages. I'm going to do header and home. So that will be enough. So the same thing will carry on for next thing also. Okay. So display flex. Okay. So flex I did. So this should be like 100% and we don't want any height, something like that. So what I will do, we will do this div and logo and div and menu. Okay, so this will be enough. So logo, what we will keep, CSS learning. Okay, so and menu, what we will keep, UL underline, and this will be having LI with 4 items. That should be home, about us, work, and what will keep, contact us. Okay, let's see this, how this is reflected in the page. So this is how it reflects. Okay, so now what we will do, we will have some font family. I don't like this, so something I will change for time being. So and here we need a letter spacing. If you see this particular content, this is like very small thing, so I will have some 2px space. Okay, this is too much, so I will have only 1 pixel. So and here what I will do, font size I will keep larger for our okay, so this is enough right now. Now we need to work on the layout. Okay, so right now since it is flex, it is displayed in our format. Now what we need to do, logo. So before that we need to do some more work. So justify content, what we need to do, CSS learning should be on the left side and menu should be on the right side, but we don't want justify content should be space between, that we don't want, we want space around it. Okay, so what we will do, space around. So what this does is space around. Okay, so this is what we wanted. Now this particular thing we don't want. Okay, so what we will do, I will take this, instead of underline we need to have link, hyperlink, that will be more better. And this should be okay, this is also not required since and href will be a star. Okay, the same thing we will keep for everything. And now we'll see, so this kind of thing. Now what we have to do in the menu, so menu, and what type of element it is, div. So div, sorry, not div, it is anchor tag. So what space padding, we need a few padding, 10 pixels. See how it works. So that is enough for us. And this particular container padding also we need, that should be like 10 pixels is enough for us. So it will have some spaces. Okay, now I will remove this underline. So for the text, for all the text I will remove this. So anchor tag should be text decoration should be none. Okay, I think this solve. Okay, and text color should be black. For right now we will keep this. Okay, so this is works well. And so if you see, we achieved what we wanted. Like this is what we wanted. We wanted the logo on the left side and menu on this right side, so space in between. So this is enough. Now I want some background color for that, so I will keep some background color so that it will be more clear. I think this will looks very ugly. Okay, this looks bit better, but it can be more good. So what I will do, color is not that much important right now, but we'll change it, then only we will get interest to work. Yeah, this is good. So I will copy this, I will keep this color. Okay, so this is enough, and there will be more padding will help us. So what we will do, we'll keep 20 itself. So this will look, yeah, okay, this is better. So now we have completed header part. Okay, so when we do it for the mobile view, okay, so that time this is not adjustable. See here, these are breaking. Okay, so this one we don't want. So in that case, what we can do, we can have a flex wrap. Okay, so this will, what it will do, it will bring the childrens to the bottom. Yeah, now you see all the childrens came down. So CSS learning now coming, so logo on the top and home, about us, works, contact us on the bottom. So this one is coming well. Okay, and now you will be seeing one more interesting part here. So that will be like, we will keep some image here. Okay, and so we are having already an image one. So what I will do, so this particular header part is completed, so I will ignore this, and here, so this is home content. Okay, so this is like home container. Okay, so the home container we will write CSS. So before that, I will tell what we need in the home container. Okay, so in the home container, what we wanted a row with the 2 column. The first column is 40% space we need, and second column is 60%, and that should be a Flexbox. So what we need to use, display as a flex, and flex direction as a row, and for responsiveness we need to use flex wrap as a wrapper. Okay, so what I will do, whatever I told, I will just type it here. Display is flex. Okay, and flex direction, so flex direction is row. Okay, and flex wrap, so that should be wrap. Okay, and justify content center we don't want. The reason is we are splitting completely, so under percentage we will keep with the, and now we will create 2 div. Okay, one div with actually image we wanted. So I will create image, we will create a home image, it will be unique name will help us. Okay, and one more div tag, I want home content. Okay, so this one looks good. Now what I will do, home image should have only 40%. So what I will do, with the 40%. Okay, and HTML home content should be 60% width, so 60%. Okay, so this will be to see it here, you don't see anything right now. Okay, but because we are learning, what I will do, I will change the colors so you can see the difference. What I will do, but we need some height. Okay, so height, what I will do, for temporary I will keep 300 pixels. Okay, and here home image background color, what I will keep, I will keep this some hot pink, and background color, this only for learning purpose. Okay, okay, this one, okay, both are kind of same color. So what we will be, okay, this looks a bit good. So what I will do, so see, right now if you see, we have used height, that is 300 pixels. Okay, so that is the reason we are seeing this height only this much. If we want our page should be like full completely occupied, we can use 100 VH, so viewport, so that should be a bit more space extra. And if you see the width from here to here, this is 40%, from here to here, that is 60%. Okay, this is what we wanted. So now with the color, we are able to categorize and differentiate and understand how exactly this is working. So right now we don't want these colors. For learning only we have kept this. Now I will remove this. Okay, so width also we don't want. So right now this is empty right now. Okay, so now what I wanted, I want to place some image on this side. Okay, so I will go and search for some image on my finder. Okay, this image looks good. This image I will take. So what I will do, I will just grab, I will keep it here. Okay, image 1. So that is okay, not here. I will create one more tag here, img. So here you see this image came here, but this taken full width here. What I will do, with 200 pixels. Okay, this much is enough, but I will keep it in 40%. Okay, this one is taken from this here, I think, so I need to keep 100%. Okay, so I'm inside this particular home image. Okay, so home image already occupied 40% of this particular complete width. Okay, so inside this I am creating one more element that should be 100%. Okay, so that time this particular children, okay, will take the full space of this. So what is the full space of this? This is actually 40%. When I use 100%, right, this is actually 40%. It will completely occupy the 40%. It will completely occupy this particular element. Okay, so that is what happening right now. And now we need to have some home content. What we will have, so what we are doing, like that we can create. So div, we are learner and trying to explore few things on the CSS side to understand better layout. So this one we will keep. Okay, right now this is very small, so I would like to keep it as a very bigger size. Right now this one we don't want inside the div element because we are not going to keep many things. So let the home content take the control of this. Okay, so the inside the home content font size, okay, font size should be XX large. I don't know how exactly big this will be, but I wanted some more bigger also. I will see. Okay, it is not available, so 50 pixels. Let's see how big it. Okay, this one will help. And color should be some coffee color. This looks good. Please forgive me, I don't know whether this is coffee color. Okay, so right now we got both elements, but I don't want this thing to be displayed at the top. Okay, I wanted this thing to be displayed in the center. Okay, so to display it in the center, what I will do, I will show you what we need one more color to understand better. Okay, so what I will do, I change this color. So if you see, this is inside this color, this is fitting. You see one loophole, we are having few more spaces here. I'm not sure why this is coming. We will check now. Okay, so padding, this is okay, and oh, okay, now it came correctly. I don't know how. Maybe a refresh I have done. Okay, something. Oh, that I think that is because of this particular page, the padding we are using on the header. So what I will do, I will remove this now. Okay, now this is clear. So what I have to do, inside the home container, what we had padding, that is on this. So we will create margin 20 pixels and 0 pixels. So that is, don't worry about that, that is for different purpose. we will only focus on flex. Okay, so okay, this is correct. And padding 0 pixels. I don't know. Okay, because this is anchor tag, this is not happening. I want to use some other better option. Just a second. So this menu tag I need to keep as a separately, and this one should be having padding on the X. Okay, I need to have this here 20 0. Okay, so this is looks good right now. So that much padding we wanted, so no space problem, but this one is stick on the top. The reason is something we have used. Let's see, this is on the row. Okay, fine. This is okay. Logo header container is actually flex, and justify content space around items. Align items we haven't used it seems, so we need to use align items, so that helps to keep the element in the vertical order center. So now this is cool. Okay, now we wanted this particular thing to be displayed in the center. Okay, so what is the content? So that is actually home content. We need to convert this display as a flex. Okay, so after we changed this to flex, we need to bring this particular thing to vertically center. For that, what we need to use, that is align items center. Okay, so center came here. Now this text looks good, and this is what we wanted. So what I will do, I will just remove this. Okay, I will remove this background color right now. So this is what we wanted. Okay, now this looks good. Now what I will do, I will take this in the mobile view, so we will understand whether the response is working or not. So see, okay, this is not working. The reason is the image is getting very small, and it is adjusting automatically based on the size. Okay, so to do that, we will have to keep minimum width for the image. So what I will do, minimum width should be 300 pixels, something we will keep like this. So let's see whether it works or not. Yeah, so this works. So when we do this, the minimum width is 300 pixels. So that is the reason this is automatically coming into the next line. Okay, so after this come to this particular thing, this is only taking 60% from the page. So for this, we need to use media query to make it 100% when the page size is less than medium size. You mean for like iPad or big mobile like that. Okay, so those kind of responsiveness we need to look. So this is a basic understanding of what Flexbox is actually doing. There are many things still there. Okay, like flex direction can be like many more, and flex wrap. Actually, we have seen the best part. Okay, so again for revise, I am telling. So what we have seen Flexbox. Flex is display direction. What is the display? It is flex. And what are the flex directions we have? Row reverse, column reverse. Okay, and flex wrap. So this is we will use for what? This one we will use for responsiveness. When the size is not fit into the box, this will be automatically adjusted based on the size, and it will fall down. Okay, and there is few more parameter, that is justify content. So justify content is very important, and align items is very important. Only with these parameter we can able to build a nice website. The layout we can build, so that is for sure. Now with this only this thing, I have brought up this particular design. Okay, now in the next lesson, what I will do, with using the same parameter, I will bring up and come up with a basic nice design. So we can achieve this only with those parameters. We don't want anything. So that time you will see the power of the less attributes, what the Flexbox is actually. Okay. So thanks for staying up till this time, and we will see in the next class. And please provide your feedback below, so that if any mistakes or anything I need to be corrected, I will be doing from my next video. Thank you.